was watching highlights from the Toronto game from 92, 93. He had like 3 assists in that game to Gretzky alone just by giving the puck back. You know, McSorley was a great player, actually. Marty didn't give enough credit for how good he actually was. Marty McSorley?
Yeah, I just like Gretzky.
Go look up Marty McSorley, Donald Brashear.
Is that fight?
No, it's way worse.
What's worse than a fight?
What's on?
55.
Here you go.
Let me
See if I can find it. Actually, where is it? Because that's a bunch of fights.
And now for tonight's starting lineups.
Huh?
The 8-minute fight.
First for the Bakersfield College Renegades. In goal, number 12, Haro Rodriguez. Number 3, Elijah Espinoza. Number 5, Jonathan Juarez.
I can't find it. Anyway.
Number 7, Hugo Viramontes.
McSorley's behind him. Trying to hit
Number
his
8,
shoulder.
Luis Martinez.
Cracks him in the head. Basically ends his career.
Number 10, Christopher Gandara. Number 13, Eric Garay. Number 19, Ruben Avila.
That happens a lot, actually.
Number 22, Jesus Cortez.
Stuff like that happens sometimes. Because dudes get
Number
out of control.
24, Joe Estrada.
So scary.
And number 32, Adrian
All right.
Sotelo. Bakersfield College is led by head coach Bayron Martinez. And now for your College of the Canyons.
Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for men's soccer action here on a Tuesday night in Santa Clarita. Conference play beginning tonight as the College of the Canyons Cougars taking on the Bakersfield Renegades. I'm Matt Robinson. Glad to have you along with us, as always, here on the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for this men's soccer action. As we said, conference play opening up today. The Cougars right now 6-6 on the regular season, trying to snap a one-game losing skid. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They snapped a 3-game losing streak last time out here at the Cougars soccer facility with a 2-1 win over Allen Hancock, trying to regain a victory here tonight as they take on a 1-8-2 Bakersfield Renegades team who's lost their last 4. The Renegades have struggled quite a bit as of late. They've been outscored 17-2 over their last handful of matches, trying to turn things around here today. Let's get the right scoreboard out there for you guys. We're not doing baseball today. We're doing soccer. They've been outscored 17-2 over their last 4 matches and 28-5 in their losses this year. They've got some bad losses on their record over the last 4. 7-0 loss to Fresno City, a 4-0 loss to El Camino, a 3-0 loss to Santa Monica. They did play a little bit better last time out against Oxnard on October 6th, a 3-2 loss at home in Bakersfield. So trying to turn things around for Veron Martinez's squad. On the other side for Phil Marson, like we said, 6-6, trying to pick up a win in their conference opener here today, as really the season starts today for both these squads at 6-6 and 1-8-2. Still a chance to make the playoffs very much alive. Last year for College of the Canyons, 2-4-2. For Bakersfield in the Western States Conference South last year, they were 5-0-3 on the regular season. This is a Bakersfield team that has not lost a conference match since before the pandemic. They're 12-0-4 dating back through 2020, and they've actually won every match since the 5th of November in 2019 against Antelope Valley. So a squad that in conference play really finds its way. They were a very good team over the last number of years, have just struggled a little bit today, kind of trying to spin things around and get off on the right foot against College of the Canyons. As we go to work with Bakersfield in their white uniforms, attacking the goal frame to our left here in the first half. The Cougars in their blues attacking to our right. Sorry, ball came bounding into the booth, and I was trying to protect a computer and myself. As we are on the ground, just below the camera angle that you see here. Is this ball sent back down onto the COC side? Coming out to gather for College of the Canyons was Adam Soria. He'll play it back into the middle of the field, and the Cougars will play it on to the near side. Here's Carrillo with it. His pass not connecting with a teammate, so Hugo Viramontes takes over. His pass taken away by Gage Fritz. He plays it to Sakaja on the far side, who will play it to Christian Lanzes Castillo for College of the Canyons. Into the middle to Montes. Good touch with De La O as they go back and forward. It bounces back towards De La O, but he couldn't get a handle on it. As coming up to defend it away was Joe Estrada for Bakersfield. And the Renegades try and go back on a counterattack. Ball loose on the COC side. Renegades trying to push it through the middle of the field, right at the top of the 18, but the Cougars clear it away, and it comes all the way back out to the midfield stripe. Good flick ahead that time by COC. As it was Frenzol Hernandez flicking it ahead. Hernandez has been used very little so far this year, getting a chance to get into the lineup here today. De La O couldn't do anything with it as Bakersfield was trying to clear, and it's actually out off of Bakersfield as Viramontes couldn't handle it. So the Cougars will get a corner kick here early in the match in just the 2nd minute, or the 3rd minute.
Corner kick, College of the Canyons.
Canyons going to work on the corner here. Sakaja waiting. Cougars trying to organize offensively. Is this one an in-turn towards the near post, flicked away by Bakersfield? It's going to roll out on the far side, and they're actually going to give it as another corner to COC, this time off the near side of the field.
Corner kick, College of the Canyons.
This time it'll be Fritz to take it. Fritz, a right-footed striker, will kick it straight towards the net, and coming up to make the play is the keeper that time for Bakersfield, as leaping in the air was Harold Rodriguez to gather it down. And drew a whistle at the same time as the Cougars were crashing towards the goal but couldn't connect. Canyons gets a takeaway. Montez, his pass, knocked away. Bakersfield able to clear it back out towards midfield. The Cougars will take it over and play it off towards Carrillo on the near side. Weather absolutely perfect today, 71 degrees at first kick. A little bit of wind, but not much to speak of. A sunny day will turn into a bright, clear sky this evening, and pretty good day for some soccer here in Santa Clarita. Free kick coming for Bakersfield. Viramontes will drive it away. It's low. Carrillo has first contact, but it goes out off of Carrillo, and it'll be a Bakersfield throw-in from just beyond the midline on the Cougars side. Avila plays it back. Juarez had it. Swings it far side. Bakersfield gathers and controls, working towards the box on the COC side. That was Sotelo. They try and get it back to Sotelo, but it's further down where Gary picked it up, and then it's played out off the Cougars, and it'll be a corner coming for Bakersfield.
Corner kick, Bakersfield College.
Some shoving down in front of the COC goal. Soria has to step in between, it looked like Daniel Corcione and Adrian Sotelo were kind of bumping around down there. And the lead official going to come down and have a discussion with everybody. And again, Corcione and Sotelo right next to one another once again. Low in-turn corner towards the near post, flicked on, and Soria in perfect position. Avila had the chance, and Soria able to make the stop. So a good early save for Soria. Off a nice-looking corner from Bakersfield. Hernandez lets it go out of play. It'll be Canyons throw-in. Lanzas Castillo couldn't keep it in play as it was back on the sideline. It'll be Bakersfield throwing back off the other side. Ball driven out towards midfield. Dillo trying to keep it in play on the near touchline, rolls it down the touchline, and Bakersfield will clear it out. Whistle as that ball landed out. Just waiting on the AR on the near side to put up a flag, and he did. So Carrillo will bring it back in play. Fires it down to the box. It bounces. Hernandez trying to pick it up. Takes a little right-footed chip shot that bounces off the keeper. And Rodriguez able to gather it up. Garay able to drive it away. Gandara trying to run onto it, could not. It's flexed out by Bakersfield, and it'll be a Canyons throw in deep in their own end. Renegades without Jordi Magana on the floor, or on the field so far. He's their leading scorer with 6 goals this season. He's actually top 30 in the state in goals with 29, but will work off the bench today. So here's Bakersfield. Gandara will play it back. Viramontes waiting. Back to Gandara. Defended by Montes, taken away by Canyon. Sakaja trying to work through the middle of the field, knocked off his foot. Viramontes, a strike from just about 20, drives it over the goal and into the parking lot. It'll be a Canyons throw it, or Canyons goal kick. Canyons trying to work it down low. This one cleared out. Canyons will get a throw in here. Now we'll get a Bakersfield throw in off the other side. Here's Bakersfield. Juarez played it to the middle of the field. Sakaja takes it away, gets tripped up from behind. Sotelo didn't like the call, but did not have enough of the ball to be clean, and the Cougars will go back to work. Corcion drives it down towards the box. I think he was intending to try and get it to Jacob Reyes Silva and just had too much turn on it and it went right towards the keeper. And Jairo Rodriguez will pick it up. Ball driven towards the middle of the field. Fritz first contact. Viramontes and Montes went head-to-head with it. It popped back to the COC side. Sakaja takes over. Lanzas Castillo into the middle of the field. Picked off by Viramontes. Spun back to the middle towards Martinez, where it's taken away by Montes for College of the Canyons. And they'll play back for control. Chavez in the middle of the field. Plays it back over to Fritz. Now to Corcion. Along the turf, Sakaja back to Fritz onto the outside. Lanzas Castillo, first touch, not a good one as it rolls out. A little tough for him there as the ball took a high skip off the turf up towards his hip, and he had to do everything he could to just knock it down and just couldn't keep it in play. COC and Bakersfield here, conference opener. If you're just joining us, no score. Each team's had a couple of corner opportunities, nobody able to capitalize yet. Here's Bakersfield on collection. Espinoza will send it along. Cortez was tripped up by Carrillo, and it'll be a free kick from on the near side just below us. Bakersfield calling for a handball on that last set piece opportunity. They say it bounced off of COC, so it'll be a corner off the near side for the Renegades. Looks like Luis Martinez going over to take it. Martinez will drive this with the left foot. Line drive towards the back post, flicked away by Canyons as looked like Chavez got up to make contact with it. Ball spun back towards the box, a header just driven wide. Offside flag on the far side though, so it would not have mattered as Viramontes got contact on it, but couldn't connect clean enough to make it dangerous anyway. And it'll be a Canyons free kick from just outside the 6. Canyons right in front of the table. And a foul going to be called on Canyons as they turned it over. This ball flipped back onto the Bakersfield side of midfield. Throw in for Canyons. They'll go back to work. Montez spinning, pops it in the air. Was looking in the middle of the field, couldn't connect with Hernandez. Canyons not pressuring well enough to create a second layer of attack. Now they get a takeaway here. Chavez gets tugged on by a Bakersfield player as it was Cortez with a little hip grab, knocked him down, and the Cougars will get a throw in, or a free kick here. It's actually Ruben Avila going to be called for the foul. Corcion to take it. Plenty of space for him to work here. I think he'll drive it low. Cougars trying to run towards the back corner with Carrillo. He and Hernandez or Rodriguez collided. And we'll check and make sure everybody is okay. Carrillo gonna get a card for that. Phil Marsland, the head coach for COC, not happy with it. It's the first card on Carrillo, so not like he's in danger of any extracurricular activity after the yellow. But he does get the first yellow here, and now the center official going to run over and talk to Phil Marsland, and I would not be shocked to see a card to Coach Marsland here. Did not get one, so we play on. So go back to work with the Renegades throw in here. Cortez spins off the bump of Carrillo. Plays it to the middle, a right-footed strike that goes well wide. Maybe went off the outside of the foot of Avila. Trying to drive it from, we'll say 23. Soria drives it away. Pinball back and forward between the midfield stripe and the Cougar end. Canyon's not able to come away with it. It's out off of COC. A quick throw in from Bakersfield, and now the official going to run over. And he's going to give Phil Marsland a yellow. And so it came a little later than we expected, but here's Reyes Silva. Hernandez back to Reyes Silva in the middle to Montez. Montez cuts around one, but couldn't get around the second. Fritz will regather for Canyons. Sends it back to Corcion. Sakaja. Fritz. Fritz delays. Still has room. Bakersfield giving him space. He just didn't want to attack with it. Now he'll collect once again. Still looking for room to operate. Got it to Hernandez. Back to Fritz again. Reyes Silva. Back to Carrillo. Back to Fritz again. Bakersfield doing a good job just staying in their shape right now. Canyons looking to try and probe the defense and not able to find anything clean, and Bakersfield clears it away. Soria knocks it down, and Corcion will collect off the pass. Good ball from Corcion. Good first touch from Reyes Silva. Back to Gage Fritz. Fritz at the center circle. Drives down towards the far corner. Lanzas Castillo running onto it. That's a really good ball. He touches it back towards the top of the box, but nobody there. As cutting through the middle of the field that time was De La O. And that's who I think Lanzas Castillo was trying to get it to, just couldn't find him clean. This one driven up the far touchline by Bakersfield. Taken away by Montez. Good contact by Montez. Ball on ball, or foot on ball. Knocked off Gandera off the ball, and he was down for a moment. Good step up by Corcion that time on the loose ball. Espinoza drives it out of play on the far touch. Cougars will get a throw in. Cougars doing a good job controlling on a ball that's just bounding through the air. Now they recollect. Carrillo on a run on an overlap on the near side. Cuts it across top of the box. De La O couldn't get there. That was a good ball from Carrillo. And De La O just got pressed off the ball by the Bakersfield defense. Cougars get another takeaway. Montez to Lanzas Castillo on the far side. Back in the middle of the Gage, Fritz. Fritz really the pivot through the middle of the field for Canyons. Hernandez wanted to get it back over to Montez. Picked off. Played away by Bakersfield. Running onto it is Avila. Cuts around one. Trying to lose Reyes, or Chavez, but could not. And then a shot that rolls in on Soria. Gathered by the keeper. 22nd minute here. No score, Bakersfield, College of the Canyons. Thank you very much for joining us, as always, here on the Cougar Sports Network. We very much appreciate it. We hope you're enjoying. Hope you stick with us and follow us for some more action here this week, as we've got volleyball and women's soccer on Wednesday and Friday. This has been the schedule for the last few weeks, as this one crossed through the box. And a one-touch strike that goes well over from De La O, but a really good look for Julian De La O. As we take another look at it, it's a good setup on the outside by Canyons. And you'll see the one touch from De La O right in the middle and just couldn't strike it on. Frank Alvarez on for Julian De La O after that touch on. Alvarez leading scorer for Canyons this year with 4 goals. Coming off the bench here today. Canyons another takeaway. Here's Alvarez. Drives it well over, but Alvarez certainly not afraid to shoot.
Now on the field for the Cougars, number 23, Frank Alvarez, along with number 21, Giovanni Escarrega.
Escarrega also on the field. He and Alvarez really like to put the ball on. Montez as well. You look at the 3 of them, all over 17 shots, 4 on the season. Escarrega leads the team with 21. He's 26th in the state in shots. He's also got the only Canyons PK this year and was successful on that one opportunity. Touched by Escarrega. Trying to get around one, got knocked down. Play on though as Reyes Silva plays it back. Carrillo to Fritz. Fritz to Corcion. Corcion driving ahead. Was looking for Alvarez cutting or Sakaja. Neither there. It was right between them, and it'll be a free kick for the keeper back down near the Bakersfield end. The Cougars this year, 128 shots for, 9th best in the state. Only 17 goals for, though, so it's been tough sledding when it comes to finding the back of the net. They have been generating the opportunities. They average just over 10.5 shots per game. 84 shots on goal is the 5th best in the state this year. It's just, again, it's been tough when it comes to finding the net. 42 corners coming into the match is 10th best in the state. So it's not for a lack of generating opportunities, it's just a lack of finishing off those opportunities when they have them. Looking for one here. Here's Montez. Stops it up, gets around another man, takes a right-footed strike that's blocked. Good opportunity that time for Montez trying to create. Now Bakersfield back to work. Fritz forcing Gandara back towards his own half of midfield. Here's Espinoza, spins it to the middle towards Veramontes. Veramontes drives it low along the turf. Carrillo couldn't get to it first as Juarez got there. Cougars able to take it away, and Carrillo just going to clear it back up the near touchline. The Renegades going to be forced to clear this one out. Almost took out some folks in the stands. Here's Corcion. Good ball down low, looking for Escarrega, but a flag up on the near side. The AR said it was offside.
Was Ashley just mortified? He's good. I could see Ashley being mortified. I could totally see her doing this though, like him doing it. Because she's a little more reserved than you are.
We were both like, where'd you get that? I just kind of laughed. And I told Ashley, I'm like, a little older, but someone's going to take a chance.
Yeah, so the whole I heard the John Cena thing.
And she goes,
no, like I heard the John Cena thing. You got to be careful with baseball fields. You're right, because somebody will catch him in the ear.
So we had a delay as Rodriguez was getting stretched out. We have some substitutions getting ready on the far side for Bakersfield. Carrillo can't collect. He and Cortez battle for it. Carrillo able to win it. And Carrillo, big body. Look at Carrillo, 6 foot. He's built like a linebacker almost. It's a tough matchup with Cortez, who's listed at just 5'7", and probably gives up a good 20 pounds to Carrillo, but nonetheless, we play on. Sotelo tries to set up a cross. Carrillo high in the air to defend it away. Gandara was behind him. Neither one really got clean contact. Gandara will pick it up, trying to cut towards the end line. Slips it through Carrillo, who's able to stay right with him. Got some help from Chavez. Cleared up the touchline and not out. Good clear by Canyons, and then a foul called against Bakersfield as Juarez ran Reyes Silva well off the field. It'll be a free kick for COC. Renegades wanted subs, but you can't sub on a foul. You can sub on throw-ins and goal kicks. So this one driven up the field. Montez flying through, got first contact. Then Escarrega knocks it down to himself. He's got room to operate here. Escarrega Still holding on. Slips one man. Takes a shot that's going to roll in easily on the keeper, Rodriguez. And he makes the stop.
I forget it's little kid basketball too. He takes 3 dribbles, runs for 95 steps.
Euro steps and didn't call him on hitting the travel.
Well, they don't call traveling in that age group.
He had a steal too. If they took it away and they gave it back to the kid, he just passed the orange long range.
I'm so jealous. I can't wait till Mary gets to that point because right now I'm dealing with, I get videos of her dancing and singing Moana. She got her Halloween costume today.
Need that hook?
No, I'm not Maui. We're all Sakamora.
That's right.
The coconuts. No, she's got the whole dress and the heart of Tafiti and her.
So we'll get Sums as that ball goes out. Sounds like Randy Figueroa in to take over for Andrew Montez.
Substitutions first for the Cougars, number 30, Randy Figueroa, now on the field. For Bakersfield, entering the game, number 2, Oscar Villagrana. Number 20, Jordy Magana.
Oscar Villagrana, Jordy
Number 11,
Magana,
Joshua Bryant.
and Joshua Bryant onto the field. And I think Haro Rodriguez is going to be forced out here, so Bakersfield going to have to make a goalkeeping change, as Rodriguez, who has been the majority of their starts this year, 6 starts, 1, 2, and 2 on the season with the 215 goals against, will step out. And Cesar Navarro, who has not played yet this season, will come in.
For Bakersfield, new goaltender, number 1, Cesar Navarro.
So interesting substitution here for Bakersfield, as they do have Cesar Acosta on the bench, who's had 5 starts this year, played in 6 games, but has lost all 4 of his 5 starts. They instead go with Navarro, who will get his first action of the season here in the conference opener. Escarrega couldn't get up for that 50-50 ball as Juarez was right there with him. Renegades will control. Ball driven low. Magana, who's the leading scorer, tried to drive it down low. Now he recollects. Again. All over the ball. This pass taken away, though. Canyon's able to get a takeaway. Much needed for Figueroa. And the Cougars will try and counter. Figueroa contacted. Ball continues on. Here's Viramontes. Was looking in the middle. Was trying to either go to Gandaro or Magana and couldn't hit either one. And the Cougars will take over. Lanzas Castillo now. Wanted to come up towards Reyes Silva. Stepped into by the Renegades. Cleared back where Lanzas Castillo will pick it back up, still looking. Now drives it over to Reyes Silva on a run. Reyes Silva with some room to operate here. Stops it up, moves to the middle, looking for some help. Now we'll get it back to Fritz. Fritz, back to Figueroa. Back to Fritz again. Carrillo now down towards Figueroa. He's gonna try and chase onto it. He's gonna get a takeaway. Figueroa. Across, set up to the middle as Carrega driving, couldn't get a head on it, and then it bounced in on goal, where Navarro picked it up. Good cross that time from Figueroa, as Escarrega was streaking through the middle and just couldn't make contact with it. That's a really good look from College of the Canyons, though. One of their best of the match so far. 34th minute here. Figueroa driven off the ball. Bakersfield playing it down. This ball driven up. Alvarez, good first touch. Able to control on second touch. Plays it back in the middle of the gauge, Fritz. Fritz down towards Carrillo, keeps it in on the touchline. Back to Alvarez. Alvarez spins it to Reyes Silva. All the way back towards Chavez. Chavez was looking for Lanzes Castillo, able to get it to him. He'll touch it off Sakaja. Cougars starting to tip the field here a little bit. Figueroa now. Back Sakaja. Canyons needs to press up now as Sakaja has moved it back. Here's Escarrega through a couple of defenders. Figueroa. Now Reyes Silva. Reyes Silva drives it down towards the far post. Coming out Navarro. Cuts it off before Christian Lanzes Castillo could get there, but a really good ball. Good setup by Canyons once again. Sakaja trying to stay right with Joshua Bryant, who's fresh into the game. They look for Magana. It goes by him. Chavez able to get it first. Chips it ahead. Was in the middle of the field. Nobody there for Canyons. Juarez takes it away for Bakersfield. Garay. Bryant trying to take Sakaja, but he's able to poke it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Bakersfield on the far side. It's cross defended. It'll be a corner for Bakersfield.
Corner kick up coming, Bakersfield College.
Luis Martinez looks like he's set to take this one. High ball turning towards the top of the box. Headed on, but easily stopped off the chance from Viramontes. Then Soria whiffs on the punt away. Doesn't even get it across midfield, and Bakersfield recollects. This ball pressed down. Villagrana knocked off the ball. Good defense that time from Jacobs Reyes Silva. Wanted to get it to Escarrega. Didn't get to him cleanly, though, as Juarez knocked it away. Escarrega able to get it ahead towards Alvarez, but then it's cleared out by Bakersfield, and it's actually cleared onto the football field, so we'll get another ball.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Nicholas Flores coming in. Flores listed as a forward and a goalkeeper, has had more time as a forward this year. He'll take over for Sakaja.
Checking into the game for the Cougars, number 31, Nicholas Flores, along with number 22, Elijah Tejada.
And Elijah Tejada coming into the field as well.
Tejada or Tejada? J-E-D-A. Isn't Tejada T-A-J-A-D-A? Tejada, right? I know how Miguel Tejada spelled. No, did? No, I didn't notice. I'll look at it later. I think it's Tejada because Tejada has it. It's not a big deal. Not the end of the world.
Here's Lanzes Castillo off the corner. Takes a left-footed shot and a good save by Navarro. But the Cougars with a good chance that time. Lanzes Castillo from well out as he knocked it down. Driven on, and that was a really good save. That time from Cesar Navarro. Cougars will go with another corner, this time off the far side. I believe Tejeda taking it. He's going to bend it in towards the near post, defend it away. Magana was the man defending it away. And here comes Joshua Bryant back the other way. Bryant, his pass cut off by Gage Fritz. Good job by Fritz that time, coming back through the middle. Now the Cougars back the other way. Flores delays. Tejeda was calling for it, had a hand in the air. Instead, they'll get it to Alvarez. Swings it back. Lenses Castillo, who's pressed back now with the changes on the field for College of the Canyons. Corcion drives it down. Escarrega couldn't get it. Bakersfield looking for Magana on a run. It's behind him. He knocks it down. 1v1, takes a right-footed strike, and Soria there to pop it off his chest and collect it. But a good look for Magana. You can see why he's the leading scorer for Bakersfield. They really do look for him. The freshman out of Arvin High School. In 10 games with 6 goals and 24 shots on coming in. Although he has not scored his last 3 matches. He's been on a little bit of a scoring slump. Did not play in their last match against Oxnard. So during that 3 games of being shut out from Bakersfield, all 3 lopsided losses, they did not have their leading scorer. Canyons works one towards the box. Defended away by Bakersfield. Fritz pressing up to try and keep the ball down low. Cleared away by Bakersfield. Corcion first contact. Lances Castillo flicks it further ahead.
So, Jeremiah, I guess there's another ball down there.
Battle for a loose ball. Canyons able to win it. Bakersfield wanted a foul, didn't get it as we play on. Now a foul called against Canyons.
By the scoreboard.
Corcion going to take this free kick here. Canyons pressing everybody ahead. Corcion's usually the man that takes these, especially from this distance out. Drives this one high towards the top of the 18. Bounces back towards Navarro, and he'll collect it. Actually went off a Renegade. I think it went off of the backside of Viramontes somehow. Navarro drives it ahead. Reyes Silva touches it down to himself. Lays it off for Tejeda. Back to Chavez. Over to Corcion. Corcion asking for somebody to come to him. And then Figueroa was knocked down. It'll be a Canyons free kick from just inside the center circle. And again, the Cougars will set something up here. 43rd minute in a 0-0 game. Corcion chips it towards the box. Bounces down, still loose. Tejeda trying to knock it down. Ball still loose. Pops out Figueroa, a left footer that goes well over. Kind of just a loose ball bounding around that time. You could see Canyons could never quite get anything clean enough to create an opportunity. Even the Figueroa chance wasn't very clean, as we'll get substitutions for Bakersfield here. Gandara and Martinez off. Garcia along with Thompson on. Fritz first contact on the ball, played away. Then it bounces towards Magana. He'll come in. Magana trying to step around Corcion. Corcion stays right with him. This ball crossed back to the middle and cleared away by Jacob Reyes Silva. Good team defense that time from Canyons. Corcion just smartly keeping Magana to the outside. He couldn't get anything dangerous. Here's Canyons on a counter. Escarrega steps around one, drives it on, and he hit the post on the near side. Escarrega with a really good look here.
Number 6, Griffin Thompson.
As he steps around the defender, drove it on, and you can see it just ring off the outside of the near side post. Beautiful ball that time from Escarrega. Here's Bakersfield back working.
I think it's owned because I don't think it's a hard E at the end. But I don't know.
This one cleared out. As we're nearing the end of the first half. Good ball, or good contact on the ball that time by Canyons on a attack pressure from Bakersfield, then a foul on COC on a push, and it'll be a Bakersfield free kick.
Well, no, you know what I want? I want one of those tent things for when it gets rainy and then we can cover it, but
Probably a personal problem.
huh? I'd have to look for a good one. I know. Shannon always tells me anytime you have Staples stuff, let me know because I'm always looking for more things to add to it so we get free shipping.
Soria collects that one as we're nearing the end here of the first half, just waiting on the official whistle. So we are on the official's time at this point. We unfortunately don't get a signal of how much extra. So the Cougars will try and go for a counter here. This ball crossed towards Flores, but he couldn't collect. This was off the foot of Alvarez. Good job that time by Canyons again. Chavez able to knock down a loose ball in the box, and that'll end the first half. So no score either side. The Cougars had a good chance late, and Escarrega with a nice move couldn't bury it away. And we end the first half at 0-0. Second half action when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network.
It's different.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Slice right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
Went the distance, now my prep is complete. Just a little
sliced right in front of you. It's the Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, up, big two. Hand down. One hand. Up. Up. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Welcome back into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for second half action between Bakersfield and College of the Canyons. No score between these two sides. It was a good first half, very back and forward affair. The Cougars had one really good late chance from Giovanni Escarega that went by the boards. And it'll be Bakersfield to start with the ball here in the second half. As we go to work in the second 45. Canyons able to get a throw in off the near side as Figueroa able to create it. Lenses Castillo will play it back and the Cougars will get control. Here early to start in this second half. Soria stays in the game for COC in goal. Cesar Navarro, who came in midway through the first half, stays in goal for Bakersfield. For Soria, we're a little late, didn't give the numbers. 4-4-0 on the year with a 168 goals against and a 745 save percentage. It's actually 19th in the state in saves with 38 of them. Top 50 in the state in goals against and 17th in the state in wins with those 4 wins. Figueroa creates another throw-in. So they said that one went off of Bakersfield and out of play. So Figueroa affecting the game to start here in the second half. Here's Escarega. Had the ball poked away from him. Lenses Castillo pops it high in the air to the middle of the field. Tejeda kind of undercut one of the Renegades who's down on the turf hurt, trying to hop back up. Canyons trying to counter back the other way. Alvarez tried to play it down towards the corner. Goal kick coming as a miscommunication that time. Figueroa didn't continue his run. It was Luis Martinez that went down hard. Reyes Silva on first touch. Bakersfield able to move it forward on second touch. Magana forced off the ball by Corcion. And Corcion fighting through an elbow near his face by Joshua Bryant, who was just trying to tie him back up, and that forced the foul. So lots of tension already here to start the second half. Soria stepping up to take this. Low line drive kick, touched by Escarrega, then Figueroa. Now Figueroa again. Alvarez trying to get onto it, and then a foul called against Alvarez as Viramontes was knocked down. Viramontes boots it all the way back down to the top of the box on the Cougars side. Canyon's able to collect. Flores, a little lackadaisical on the touchline on the near side, but does create a throw-in as Bryant forces it out. Alvarez trying to work off a defender. Plays it to the far side. It was too far ahead of Reyes Silva, who was trying to press ahead. Bakersfield trying to counter back the other way. They send it down. Magana not going to be able to chase onto it cleanly. It'll be a throw-in deep in the Canyons end for the Cougars here as Chavez stepping over will pick it up and I think leave it for Tejeda or Lanzas Castillo, maybe Silva actually running back to throw it in here. Fritz in the middle knocks it down. Got run off the ball by Bryant. He and Bryant continue to battle for the loose ball, then bump shoulder to shoulder. As we play on for the moment, turnover, clean turnover by Bakersfield, taken away by Canyons. Escarrega to Alvarez. Alvarez trying to spin off a defender. Cuts back to the other side, chips it, but couldn't get it around the defense for Bakersfield as Garcia was able to take it away. Renegades will try and control. Juarez sends it ahead. Magana defended that time, taken away by Canyons. Good step up that time from Chavez. Fritz able to take it away. Fritz with a run, now tries to chip down. Flores trying to run onto it on the near side and does. Has one man on top of him. Tried to get cleanly around Estrada and forces a corner kick here. That started on the step up on the back line from Alejandro Chavez, the sophomore out of Rosemond. And then Fritz with the long run and the chip. Gage Fritz, he affects the game so much in the middle. He's a very good pivot for College of the Canyons. We've talked about him a lot. Doesn't have the points, only 1 point this year. 6 shots on goal, but he does so much through the middle of the field that creates opportunities for COC. So the Cougars will bend this one towards the top of the 18 on the corner. Defended away by Bakersfield. Reyes Silva on it first. Still has it. Drives down into the far corner. Tried to cross. It was docked away by Bakersfield. Popped up in the air as Reyes Silva trying to come back to it. Picked up by the Renegades. Played back through the middle. Body's still battling for the loose ball. Alvarez was actually looking over his shoulder at Garay, who was running right with him. And it actually stopped and spun back towards the Bakersfield net, and Alvarez overran it. So Bakersfield able to regather control. Viramontes up the near side. Bryant couldn't handle. Lanzas Castillo took it away from him. Now Fritz with Bryant right on him, had it taken away. Magana tried to play it far side. Villagrana couldn't handle. Canyons trying to go back the other way. Foul going to be called against COC here. Reyes Silva going to be called for it. As down on the turf is Garcia. Viramontes up to take this. Drives it towards the near side post. Flicked back into the middle. Popped up in the air. Still loose. Canyon's a little lackadaisical inside the box. And then finally Corcion comes over to clear it away. Sorio was trying to collect it. He and Chavez, a little miscommunication. Chavez actually popped it away from Sorio, but luckily Corcion was back to play it away. Substitutions coming for Bakersfield here. Believe it's Garcia off. It's actually Juarez onto the field. I think they said Juarez off. And Pablo Cardenas is into the game. Alvarez chips over to the near side. Flores collects inside the 18, top of the 18. Tried to turn it on goal and had it blocked. Now picked up. Figueroa lays it off for Reyes Silva. Reyes Silva tries to cross towards the box, and it's going to be collected by Chavez. Or excuse me, by Navarro. Not as dangerous as Canyons would have liked that time, but still creating some opportunities here. 54th minute of the match, no score. Each team's had some opportunities. Canyons maybe with the best one on a strike from the box off the right foot of Giovanni Escarega nearing the end of the first half that hit the outside of the near side post. And that's really where we stand. Here's Fritz. Spins back Corcion. Corcion asking, now we'll play it in the middle. Figueroa. Escarega. Escarega with plenty of room to operate here. Slides it off, was looking for Alvarez, and it was defended away by Bakersfield. Cleared by Veramontes, stepping up Corcion to take it away. Corcion, plenty of room to run. Still gonna run. Now plays it down, touched off to Flores. Flores on the near side, strikes it up and over, and it just missed. Good look for Flores that time on a good setup from Corcion. You can see they run the ball, and I think it might have been touched ahead that time by Alvarez, and Flores just drove it up and over.
See if I can keep it working tomorrow for volleyball. The problem was is when they upgraded OBS, they did all sorts of funky stuff to the Mac version, and so then I had to find the best settings for it. So now it doesn't kill my CPU anymore.
Chavez drives it ahead. Flicked by Flores off to Lanzas Castillo outside of the 18 on the near side. Now cuts it in. Tries to work down to the touch line, the goal line, and it's actually out off of Lanzas Castillo. Good defensive pressure that time from Joshua Bryant coming back to take it away. And we'll get substitutions off the far side of the field, this time for College of the Canyons. Tejeda coming off. Looks like Escarega running that way and Alvarez moving that way as well. Jovel into the game for Canyons. Maroon into the game for Canyons as well.
Now on the field for the Cougars, number 16, Rami Maroon, along with number 17, R.J. Herring.
R.J. Herring also into the game for
20,
Canyons.
Azale Jovo.
Here's Reyes Silva. Long run off to Flores. Flores spinning. Plays it back to Reyes Silva. Reyes Silva with 3 defenders on him. Get it back to Lanzas Castillo. Into the middle of the field. Jovel off to Maroon, fresh into the game. Now to Herring. Herring trying to get it back. Foul going to be called against Canyons, and I believe we might see. Thought we might get a card with the way the official walked over there, but Jovel going to walk off. Bakersfield tries to cross. Canyons trying to clean it away. Loose ball just outside the 18 on the Canyon side. Bakersfield able to recollect. Reyes Silva trying to pressure on the far side against Garcia, and then tapped out on a step up by Maroon. Bakersfield forced all the way back onto their side of midfield. Estrada had his attempted ball knocked away by Canyons, and then Maroon gonna get a yellow here. So Maroon gets a yellow, or Jovel, excuse me, gets a yellow. His second card of the season. Thompson will drive this one away. Thompson tries to send it towards the far side of the 18. Defended away by Canyons. It'll be a throw-in off the far side by Bakersfield. And we'll get substitutions here as Bakersfield going to send some fresh bodies in. So the matching from each side and the changes continue. Looks like Magana coming off along with Jonathan Garcia. And one more for Bakersfield to try and get the numbers. Avila back in. Sotelo back in. And Martinez in. And Villagrana is actually off as well for Bakersfield. There's Canyons with the ball. That's a bad pass behind the intended target of Flores. Coming back to take it away was Remy Maroon, though. Now here's Fritz.
Now on the field for the Cougars, number 8, Nelson
Lays it off to R.J. Haring.
Along with number 19, Jorge Balderas.
Haring now again with it. Back towards Fritz in the middle of the field. Alvarez. Lanzas Castillo. Hit Alvarez in the chest. Good challenge that time by Corcion. Chavez to the far side. Reyes Silva. Bounces it off a Renegade. It'll be a Canyons throw in here. And we'll get substitutions, and I think we'll see Anthony Landeros into the game for the first time today. Scratch that, it's Julian De La O. Back in for Maroon.
Re-entering the game for Canyons, number 9, Julian De La O.
Foul called against Maroon that time. Bakersfield goes quick. They go short, then try and drive it ahead. Lanzas Castillo first touch. High bounce off the turf. Ball still loose and battled for. Picked up by Bakersfield. Chipped onto the outside on the near side. Bryant running onto it. Lanzas Castillo staying right with him. He'll clear it up towards the touchline. Bryant will let it roll out. It'll be a Bakersfield throw-in. Garay stepping up. This ball in towards the box. Cleared away for a moment by Canyons. Good step by Maroon that time to knock it away. Bakersfield trying to press here. Canyons gets a takeaway defensively. Couldn't get it to De La O. Bakersfield has tipped the pitch at the moment. Francis Castillo clears another one out. Remember, this Bakersfield team that has not lost in their last 16 conference matchups dating back to the pandemic. I think it's a few more than that. I think it's closer to 22. So their last loss in conference was the 5th of November in 2019. So it's been almost 4 years, 3 seasons. There was not a season in 2020. Of course, if you weren't aware of that, then welcome to the planet. This one crossed away. Play on here. Bakersfield, I think both sides were calling for a foul and nothing was given to either as we continue on. De La O couldn't collect cleanly. Bakersfield comes away with it. They'll slip it all the way back to Navarro. Sends it along the far side on the turf, right back to Navarro once again. Canyons is pressed ahead. Maroon almost creates a takeaway. Canyons gets a takeaway off a tough first touch from Bakersfield. Then Reyes Silva tripped up and we'll get a free kick for Canyons. Get substitutions as well for COC. Corcione to drive this one away. Right towards the top of the box, pressed on, and then it's going to be contact with the keeper once again, and we'll get a quick whistle. So at least consistency on those 50-50 balls.
Camera's too far away. We have 2 cameras, you know, and it's we're not that special. Jesse needs to spend about 15 more grand for us to get that. Huh? It's either that or bug spread. We need about 15-20 grand more for some IP cameras and a switcher system, and we can't even get bug spray. So you think we got the money for that?
Andrew Montez back in for College of the Canyons here. Bakersfield also going to make a substitution. Eric Garay coming off. Running back on is Oscar Villagrana. So a short substitution for him. Soria will drive it away. Randy Figueroa off the field for Canyons.
Number 2, Oscar Villagrana.
Montez. He's looking for Herring on a run, but just didn't cut it far enough to the outside. Navarro plays it up the far side. It goes out off of Bakersfield. It'll be a Canyons throw, and they'll go quick with it here. De La O knocked it down. Montez collected. Back to De La O. Lays it off for Christian Lenzis Castillo. Lenzis Castillo back to the middle of the field. De La O wanted to get it on the outside towards a cutting Flores. It was taken away by Bakersfield. Villagrana. Maroon staying right with him here. Lenzis Castillo not able to step into it. Good run here by Villagrana, and then he's drugged down by Maroon. So here's Griffin Thompson. Low. Punched away by Soria, still loose in the 18. Now a chance on, defended away by Canyon. Soria well out of his net still. Good defense that time by COC. And now Villagrana gonna get a card. I think it was Avila that had the opportunity that was knocked away. I think it was Corcion standing back along the goal line that drove it back away, and then the foul coming back up the field. So Corcion will get a chance to take this one without anybody in his way. Chips it down towards the 18, defended away by Bakersfield, knocked down by Fritz. Canyons trying to press it back ahead. Fritz now with it on the near side. Got it to Flores. Off to Lanzas Castillo. Lanzas Castillo sends it towards the middle of the box, defended away by Bakersfield. It bounced over the head of Montez, and the Renegades try and run back the other way. Good back pressure that time by Lanzas Castillo. Corcion clears it to the midfield stripe. Popped back down towards the corner on the far side. Reyes Silva and Sotelo battling for the loose ball. Reyes Silva able to win it as Sotelo tried to cross it and clear it back out to midfield. Montez, De La O, Viramontes. Collected it for Bakersfield, got it to Espinoza. Far side, Renegades try to work it ahead. Chavez there first. Montes tried to touch it off to Fritz. Fritz then recovers as he poked it away from Martinez. Bakersfield all the way back, retreating onto their own side of the field. So the Renegades, with their most dangerous chance a few moments ago, couldn't connect. Good touch by Villagrana that time. Getting around Flores. Instead has to play it back towards Espinoza. Espinoza towards Viramontes on the near side. He and Flores. Stride for stride. Then Thompson knocked down by Flores from behind. Free kick for Bakersfield. They go quick with it here. Not sure that ball ever stopped its motion, but we play on. Turnover by Bakersfield that time. Viramontes just turned it over De La O, then had it taken away by Espinoza. Good step up by him as Bakersfield tries to counter. It looked like it could have been an attack for Canyons, maybe 2v2, but Espinoza with the takeaway. Now Bakersfield, Bryant inside the box, spins it to the middle, defended away. Back onto the outside, a chip back to the middle. Soria going up for it. Collects as he got it over the top of a Renegade forward on the attack. And the Cougars go back the other way. Here's Lanzas Castillo. Now to Fritz. Montes. Montes taken away. Sotelo ahead. Canyons able to defend. They'll work back to midfield. Reyes Silva. De La O let it go between his legs. De La O trying to chase onto it. Navarro out to defend it away. And Canyons not going to get a throw in. They're going to say it went off of De La O as Navarro poked it away. And now we'll see substitutions here for Canyons. Flores coming off. Flores was going off. I think Canyons a little confused on the sub here. And now we'll retry the throw in here. Good takeaway by Maroon on the throw in. Couldn't do anything with it though. Bakersfield able to clear it out. There's Lanzas Castillo pressing ahead. Chips, box. De La O was behind the defenders on a run, but defended away by Bakersfield. Now Bryant on the outside on the near side. Villagrana trying to run away from Flores. Instead, we'll spin it back to Bryant. Bryant will drive it ahead. Herring came up a little bit too aggressively. It took a high bounce off the turf around him. And then Reyes Silva tripped up, that time by Sotelo. And the Cougars will get a free kick here. Herring sends it high in the air towards the Bakersfield end. Renegades clear on second touch. Avila. Herring stepping up, knocked it away from him. Viramontes. Near side, Villagrana. Bryant, chip back towards Villagrana. Back to Viramontes. Far side now. Sotelo had it knocked away. And then Herring was tripped up on a what's going to be a card against Sotelo. The Cougars will get another free kick here in the 75th minute. And so we'll see Magana back in as it's a sub for yellow. Maroon back off. And Diego Areola coming in.
Substitutions first for the Cougars. Onto the field, number 12, Diego Areola. And for the Renegades, number 20, Jordy Magana.
And Anthony Landeros actually into the game as well, as they take Nicholas Flores off. So Landeros, one of the captains for Canyons, comes in here late for the final 15.
Now on the field, number 25, Anthony Landeros.
See if he can affect the game. Landeros has had some big goals this year for College of the Canyons at very opportune times. Certainly plays with some extra intensity. Landeros, a couple of game-winning goals this season. Throw in here for Canyons. Landeros actually missed 6 straight. Had a goal in his return against Allen Hancock the other day here at home, part of that Cougar win. Both teams looking for the go-ahead goal at the moment. Montez is looking in the middle of the field. Just trying to get it over to Areola. Now Lanzas Castillo with the takeaway on a step up. Trying to cut it back to Areola. Taken away by Joshua Bryant. He drives it ahead, but Gage Fritz cutting back through the middle of the field once again, making his defensive presence felt as he gets a takeaway. Now Montez will work it back to Herring. A combination of Montez and Fritz, we've seen it a lot here for Canyons at home. They work so well together through the middle. Fritz usually on the field for the majority of the game. Montez gets a little bit of a sub through the middle. Usually that pair very connected. We'll see another sub here. Viramontes coming off for Bakersfield. Interesting, as he's been very active today, as they opt for some fresh legs. Pablo Cardenas back into the game.
Number 28, Pablo Cardenas.
Second ball that time by Canyons. Now Montez working. Got it to De La O, touched it back off towards Montez. Good defense that time from Bakersfield to force a throw-in. So good combination by Montez and De La O to create an opportunity, and the Renegades just able to scout it well enough to knock it away. Areola lays it off. Montez still working with it. Herring drives it low into the box. Popped in the air from Bakersfield. Fritz couldn't get onto it. It took some spin and came back towards Landeros. Now back to Fritz. Fritz couldn't get around the first, then gets called for a foul as he kind of gave a forearm shiver that time to Luis Martinez. Cardenas sends it towards the box. Fritz the first contact. Alvarez the second. Couple of touches for Landeros to Areola and off to the outside to Reyes Silva. Ahead, De La O trying to run onto it on the outside, on the far side. Tried to cut it back to the middle, bounced off a Renegade. Cleared back towards midfield by Bakersfield. Tough step up from Herring. Is slipping around him, Rosavilla. Couldn't get around Herring on the second one. Herring forces it out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Renegades here. 80th minute, about 10 to go. May not have nearly the same amount of additional time as we had in the first half. There have been significantly less delays in this fast-paced second half. Chavez there first. Steals it away from Avila. Then got knocked down as he was trying to clear it away and cleared it out of play. As Luis Martinez was right there with him. I think a little bit of it was a slip off the turf more than anything else. So it has cooled off here this evening. This one into the box. Lances Castillo, first contact, partially clears it away. Landeros over to help clear it further. It'll be a deep throw-in for Bakersfield. So we look at the temp. We were 71 degrees to start the match. We've dropped just a few degrees into the 60s. Foul going to be called against Canyons. About 66 degrees. The real feel about 64, and it's a little misty out today. In terms of maybe not necessarily rain, but no precipitation necessarily, but a little moisture in the air nonetheless. Certainly makes the turf a touch slipperier as the game continues on. As when it gets hot during the day, cools off at night, that certainly creates that moisture. So it's been unseasonably warm here in Santa Clarita this time of year in October. Is that one into the box? Soria collects, throws quickly. Canyons trying to counter. De La O touched it too far ahead that time, though. The Cougars will get a throw-in off the far side. Fritz knocked off the ball. Montez trying to collect, could not. Bakersfield trying to counter. Good defense that time from Jacob Reyes Silva. Now Herring drives it low and ahead. Landeros going to get a takeaway off a bad first touch from Villagrana. Fritz trying to play it ahead. Areola couldn't get there first. Now Areola gets a takeaway as Bryant got run off the ball, wanted a foul. We play on. Here's Montez. Montez, 1v1 here. Drops it off. De La O touches it back. Herring across, but it's going to go out of play. Bent just over the top of the frame. Bakersfield with some substitutions coming. Final 7. Villagrana coming off. Martinez as well. Jonathan Juarez back in. Eric Garay back in. I think Christopher Gandara back in as well. We didn't see who the third man to come off was.
Substitution to announce for the Renegades. Now on the field, number 5, Jonathan Juarez. Number 10, Christopher
Francis Castillo
Gandara.
trying to run on the near side.
And
That
number
ball
13,
caroms off a
Eric
Renegade, picked up by Canyons. Areola towards De La O, but it was behind him. Bakersfield just trying to recontrol. Navarro has to run out and play it along the far side. Good job by De La O to come back and get that ball for Canyons. Areola lays it off. Reyes Silva, good slide tackle that time from Bakersfield. They didn't see who it was on the far side. And then back the other way, a very good one from Montez, and the Cougars will go to work. Montez then knocked off the ball. Back and forward we go. Magana touched it off. Cardenas, I think he was one of the guys on the deep side. It was either him or Oliqui. And then a foul going to be called against Bakersfield here as Montez was knocked down, as the intensity has picked up here over the final 6. Griffin Thompson getting spoken to. Corcione will get a free kick from just on the Bakersfield side of midfield. Send it right into the top. Navarro well up. It was just over the head of De La O. Throw in for Canyons here. Substitutions. De La O coming off. Looks like Escarega and Alvarez back on. De La O and Areola off. Herring will throw it in towards the box. Escarega flips it. Canyons will get another throw in.
For the Cougars, number 21, Giovanni Escarega, along with number 23, Frank Alvarez.
Herring will try and throw this one straight into the box. Foul called against Canyons down low in the box, as Escarega was underneath one of the Renegades. Bakersfield went short with it. Chavez. Reyes Silva with a man right on him. Tripped up. Oloqui called for the foul. Reyes Silva with his hands in the air afterwards. So once again, Corcione. Similar ball to the last one. Oloqui defends it away. Another Canyons throw-in.
How many times the ball takes one bounce off the turf and goes over? A 15-foot wall, Jesse. Huh? Or some netting tied up to the lights to hang down.
Another throw in here for Canyons. Herring throws it into the box. First touch by Canyons. Second touch pops in on goal. And Navarro covers it up. That was actually popped in on Navarro by his own man. Final couple of minutes here. Landeros. Handball called against Bakersfield here. It's Corcion once again. This time on the near side. Drives it low. Viramontes defended it away. Bakersfield was trying to feed it ahead to Magana, who was behind everybody, but could not. Now Bakersfield. Gandara, far side, offside flag. Magana was a step ahead. Final couple here. First ball collected, second ball bouncing around, kicked back onto the Canyon side. Chavez able to play it ahead. Escarrega gathers. Far side Herring. Herring back towards Reyes Silva. Reyes Silva chips down. Escarrega on the far side. Steps over a couple. Now cuts it to the middle. Couldn't get it further along in the middle. A couple of Renegades collected together. A corner coming for Canyons here in the final minutes. Maybe the final look. Substitutions on the corner. Everybody gonna send fresh bodies on. Canyons getting Carrillo out there. Bakersfield had bodies up at the substitution spot, but instead gonna opt to leave them there. Comes the corner for Canyons. Herring going up, Carrillo as well, neither could get there. Landeros. Back Reyes Silva. Reyes Silva drives it low. Herring a header and he missed it wide. Take another look. Herring was right there. It was a beautiful setup from Reyes Silva. He just could not direct it towards the goal. There's Reyes Silva, maybe one final push for Canyons. We'll get one more throw in here. Herring quickly in. Montez trying to get there. Bakersfield trying to counter. Herring able to knock it away. Alvarez. Two men on him. Now spins back to the middle. Defended away by Bakersfield. Right back to the center circle. Corcion drove it down. Bakersfield recollects. Final push for Bakersfield. Cardenas. Corcion again defends it away. Cardenas once again. Magana. Magana, top of the 18. Looking, strikes, misses it high over the net. The final whistle. Magana had the final chance. We end in a 0-0 tie, so both teams come away with a split here in this one. Bakersfield keeps their undefeated streak in conference play alive. This will be 17 straight without a loss. For the Cougars, they pick up their first draw of the season and go to 6-6-1. For Bakersfield, their third draw of the year, now 1-8-3. So the final here, no score. A 0-0 tie between Bakersfield and College of the Canyons. We thank you for joining us. We hope to see you tomorrow night. Volleyball in action. Conference play against Citrus. We hope to see you there.